What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video I'd like to talk about something that's very important for every crypto investor to understand in the coming days, coming weeks, coming months, but especially right now, the coming days. Okay, the markets have been boring, stagnant, depressing, even, right? Full of fear a little bit at the end there, over the past couple of months. And a lot of us have been holding coins for maybe the past couple of months, maybe the past couple of years, maybe longer than that. And we're at a point now where the market's going to start to prove itself. Okay, where the crypto markets are going to start to come alive, where alt season is going to blossom, various coins are going to pump at various times, and it's important for you to not get distracted. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about whenever it comes to distractions. Okay, I've got actually two examples in mind. Let me actually pull them up before we go over it. Hold on, I've got one more right here, and there we go. All right, I'm going to pull these up right now. Let's see. So looking at this one, talking about distractions, CRO, right? You guys remember this one? Everything in the market was being boring back here in August, the end of August, beginning of September. Everything was kind of boring. Actually, the beginning of September, that's when things started to get exciting for the rest of the market. But this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Is that at the end of August, where everything was being boring, moving down, not really doing much, Kronos came alive. Okay, we had in 3 days from a low to a high, we had a 155% move, a 2.5x in 3 days. Beautiful. While everything else is being boring, this seemed like the golden goose. Clearly, this is the winner. This is the breadwinner that everybody should buy. And as soon as everybody caught on board with that, that's whenever it started to decay. In the beginning of September, everything else started to rally, but this thing started to go down. Right now, it's starting to rally with the rest of the markets as well. But my point being is not that Kronos is some kind of farce or that it's a false hope. No, it's that it took its turn. It took its turn. CRO pumped while everything else was being slow. It took its turn. And then so when everything else started moving up, it came down. It took its turn moving down and correcting too, right? There's another coin right now that I want to go over real quick called Zcash, which is taking its turn today. It's up 108% this week. We're up, or I guess over the past couple of days, we're up a good bit, but 108% this week. Beautiful movement, right? Beautiful movement. If we're looking at this on CoinMarketCap and you're doing the thing that everybody does, which is looking for the top losers, top gainers, right? You're going to see Zcash at the top of the list. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Don't get distracted. Whatever altcoin you're holding, in case the point's not clear, let me just say it bluntly. Whatever coin you're holding, if it's not on this list right now, if it's not on the list of the top 10 movers today, who cares? The market's been boring, it's been stagnant, it's been depressing. I know, we're looking for a glimmer of hope or light anywhere that we can find it. But your coin, as long as it's not an utter piece of crap, there's actually development being had, there's a team working behind it. It's not like brand new. Like, you actually have belief and fundamental reasons to believe in the growth. Maybe not even the ultimate success, but just the growth in the price of the asset itself. As long as you have that, everything's going to pump, man. A lot of people have been saying it. They haven't been saying it lately, but they'll probably start to say this too. Alt season, various altcoins, they said it throughout this whole market. When I say they, I mean the average YouTube influencer, X.com poster, media, crypto media influencer, content creator. They've all said that this alt season will be different because we're used to alt season pumping everything, but not everything's going to pump this time. I think that's malarkey. I mean, to a certain degree, it's true. There's literally hundreds of thousands of cryptos between what we have on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. There's too many cryptos for everything to pump. So yes, that's true. But the top 500 coins, the top 1,000 coins, maybe not all the top 1,000, but a good bit of them, they're going to pump. The coins that we're holding that aren't just random pipe dreams that have a $1 million or less market cap or are brand new and they come out at a multi-billion-dollar valuation, the clear money grabs, other than the random pipe dreams and the money grabs, everybody's going to make a ton of money. It doesn't matter what you're holding. It really doesn't matter. So don't get distracted with the things that are pumping right now. Who cares? Who cares if your coin that has been consolidating just like the rest of the market has since August, since late July, isn't on the top 10 list of coins that are pumping today? So what? So what if it's not on the top 20, top 30? So what if your coin's down while some of the coins in the market are pumping? Don't get the bright idea and sell your boring coin for the exciting coin, because again, we've been here before, right? How many people, and I'm sure there's even some of you watching this, But I would bet a lot of money that there was a good part of the market that bought CRO on this pump because they were bored with their cryptos. They were uncertain with their cryptos because things were being boring. This one was a shining light, so they sold their boring coins for the shining light. And then how well that worked out? Their boring coins started to pump. This thing started to dump. You're selling your coins at the lows for a coin that's at its relative highs. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. And again, the main reason why I'm reinforcing this message is we're at this point, we're at this kind of pivotal moment in the crypto cycle where things go from stagnant to exciting really, really fast. And we're so used to, especially this cycle, it's been so boring. We're so used to this boring behavior. We're used to watching our coin or whatever coin you're holding. Maybe it pumps a little bit, but there's other coins that pump more. Maybe your coin doesn't pump at all and it continues to consolidate, like XCN or Cookie DAO over the past few months, where some coins are moving up in that time. It's not the time to get bored and get distracted with these shiny objects, right? Because we're at this point where everything's about to pump. Every single thing's about to pump. And if you're selling your coin at the low levels to buy a coin that's at the high levels, you might get a little taste of that, or more likely it's going to come down and you'll actually see some red compared to where you bought. And you're buying this shining example of pumponomics. You're thinking that it's going to go to the freaking roof, but you're doing it wrong. You should be selling the coins that pump, buying the coins that have not pumped yet, right? A perfect example would have been back here. Imagine if you sold CRO on any of these days, even if you sold the first day and you miss out on all this, and you bought the coins that were boring. Well, a lot of the coins now in the market, they're starting to come alive. We look at the others chart, here on a daily time frame. Imagine CRO. Back here, September 1st or the end of August, right? The average coin was just being boring, moving down right here. CRO was moving up in this time. Imagine if you sold CRO even on the first day with a 30% gain, let alone the second or the third day. Instead of buying and panic buying and FOMOing in here, imagine you sold and you bought any coin in the market. You'd be up at least, if we were at the high point here compared to the low point there, you'd be up at least, well, that's a modest amount. That's like 4.5%. Versus if you bought CRO on any of these days, if you bought like the high of this day, you're probably up about 7. Okay, you're up about 7% in all fairness, but most people probably bought the next day or the next day. I'm losing my momentum here, but most people are probably down with this. Is all I'm trying to say. That first measurement kind of bit me in the butt, didn't it? Because you're actually up more than the average. That's kind of a testament to CRO's strength, isn't it? You're up more than the average coin even after that first day of pumping. But don't get distracted, right? Getting back to the main point. I'm getting a little silly here. Don't get distracted, right? Zcash, it's one of the top pumpers today. It is the top pumper as far as the top 100 is concerned. If you sold Zcash and you bought one of the average coins, I bet that over the coming days, over the coming weeks, it would pay off better for you. And it's better to get in that mindset of a rotation. Sell the ones that pump, buy the ones that are boring, right? If you're holding 10 coins and we talk about ZBCN all the time on this channel. If ZBEC pumps, it goes to 2 cents next week or 2 weeks from now, and Onyx Coin is still at a low point, or Cookie DAO is at a low point, or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash or Stellar Lumens or whatever it is at a low point. If you sold and bought there, I bet it'd work out really well for you. This money transference, it happens every single cycle. And I would say also on that note, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, there's nothing wrong with just holding. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to illuminate here, I'm not trying to suggest that people sell the highs and buy the lows, although that'd be really great with any kind of project. I'm more trying to suggest that you shouldn't buy something that's pumping for something that has not pumped yet. It's much better to do it in the opposite effect. And it's so, hindsight's 2020. It's so easy to say that. It's a lot harder to do that. But everything takes its turn. Every single thing takes its turn. And today, tomorrow, the next day, I don't care if your coin's boring for the next week and the rest of the market takes off. Just wait, be patient. Everything's going to pump. But you're not going to be a part of that pump if you sell early, okay? Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I feel like I trailed off a little bit at the end there. I lost the focus of the conversation, but I feel like I brought it back. I don't know. Let me know how I did. I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. And just hold your coins. Don't get shiny object syndrome. This is another video essentially saying don't get shiny object syndrome. Trust the process. I don't care what coin what coin we're talking about. It could be Swift coin or ACH, coins that we like but we haven't talked about in a little while. Compound, right? They might be boring, but just wait. Just wait. Don't get bored. Don't get bored right at the moment where they're about to pump. If you do, okay. So and here's one more thing actually before we end the video. If you want to sell a boring coin, what you should do is not buy an exciting coin, right? Buy a coin that you're excited about, but not a coin that's pumping. Does that make sense, right? If you're selling a boring coin, buy another coin that's been boring, that hasn't pumped yet. We're in that moment now where if you do want to make any trades, you want to make any swaps, you don't want to have maybe ACH or Compound or Swift coins are great examples. Maybe you want to swap one of them for a different coin. Just make sure that it's not a coin that's like Zcash, right? Or like CRO. Make sure it's not for a coin like this at the top. Buy a coin that's boring right now, that hasn't pumped yet, or that's pumped up a little bit and you see life, you see potential in it, right? That's okay. Just don't sell a boring coin for an exciting coin, right? It might work out, but 9 out of 10 times it burns you, honestly. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe, do your own research, make your own decisions. None of this is financial advice. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.